What's good, family? It's your boy Big L, man. Wanted to holler at you this morning. Got some things on my mind as usual. What else is new, huh? Uh, but what really has me bugging this morning, man, is after the news broke of uh, the Little League baseball team in Chicago being forced to vacate their Little League World Series title for cheating. It was just amazing to watch people's responses to that, particularly black folks, man. We have become some of the most reactionary people on the planet, where we constantly wait around for people to punch us in the mouth, knowing that the punch is coming. You know, we would be very poor boxers in that aspect because we don't uh, anticipate the punch, even though we've been punched in the damn mouth time and time and time again. Now, under the rules for Little League World Series, Little League, your team, your players must live within a certain vicinity, a certain boundary, I should say. And if you happen to live outside of that boundary, you are in violation of league rules and you can be, your wins can be vacated. Okay? Now, they found that some of the players on the Jackie Robinson West team in Chicago uh, lived outside of the boundaries. So when they found that out, they forced those young brothers, man, to vacate, give up their wins. Now, most folk, man, only know about the team when they were, you know, in the actual Little League World Series, but you don't know about when they were playing other teams locally. Uh, they were destroying teams, man. You know, they were destroying teams. I think I saw one report, man. They was beating one team. They beat one team 50. They scored 50 runs on one team, something along those lines. Or that was around a total of what they were putting up against these teams. So they were actually not just winning, man. They were dominating the competition. Now, the reality of it is, anytime you see black folk, whether it be men, women, or children, dominating anything underneath the system of white supremacy, you're going to see initial cheering in celebration of uh, their feats, whatever they have accomplished. You'll see people coming and applauding and just lauding them with all types of accolades and things along those lines. But what you won't see, rather, behind the scenes is somebody hating, somebody looking, investigating, digging through with a fine-tooth comb to see how they were able to accomplish what they were able to accomplish. Now, the thinking behind that is this. It's not the fact that they're jealous. You know, it's not the fact that they're envious. That's too simple a reasoning, family. The reason that they do it is because they feel those who are investigating, those who are digging through with a fine-tooth comb, feel as though black folk are not able to accomplish those type of feats without cheating, because they have this image and this thought process, this mentality that we're inferior, that we have to cheat. And this is not a new mentality, man. This is not new. This is what the hell has been going on. But the problem is, for whatever reason, we as black folk forget this type of thing. We forget that that's how the game is played. We forget that that's what's going to take place. So what should we have done instead? We should have made sure that we comb through our own stuff, our own information, our own everything that we were involved in with a fine-tooth comb to eliminate the possibility of them coming through and wrecking shop, them coming through and taking it away, us coming through and being quote-unquote blindsided. Now, from my understanding, I never played Little League baseball, man. I was never a big baseball fan. Till this day, I'm not a very big baseball fan. But what I do know is, or what I'm understanding through research after hearing the story, because I wanted to be able to critically think. I just didn't want to jump on the bandwagon and yell, oh, this is racism, this is white supremacy. Now I knew white supremacy had their hand in it. But at the same time, the responsibility of the people involved, the adults who were in charge of the Jackie Robinson team, man, failed here because they did not have all their ducks in a row. They didn't do their due diligence. Now, there's an aspect of the story that, you know, we got to touch on. The fact of the person who told on the Jackie Robinson team was a coach of another team that got destroyed several times or got destroyed by the Jackie Robinson team. I mean, literally got murdered by the Jackie Robinson team. The coach is the one who looked into how the Jackie Robinson team was winning because in his mentality, he knew something was wrong. Now, what made him think that something was wrong? These young men were, in other cases in the past, you have had situations within the Little League where you had certain players who looked older, looked more mature than all the other players. So it was visibly something that you can see that looked like something was wrong. But in this particular case, that wasn't the case. There was no visible trait to give anybody the impression that these young brothers was doing something wrong. You know what the visible trait was in the eyes of this loser coach? The dominance of the Jackie Robinson team. How well they played. Their success. So that tells you, man, anytime you as a black person find success, you should immediately expect, and you're a fool if you don't expect it, overwhelming scrutiny for what you've accomplished. You should expect it. When you do well at your job, you should expect it. When you do well in school, relationships, financially, you should already expect it. Be prepared for it. Now you notice I didn't want to, I tried not to harp on the kids, because the kids in this instance are the victims. Are the victims here. But they're not the victims in the sense of someone just abusing them. They're victims because those black coaches and parents didn't school them through the game and the way the game is played. They allowed them to be blindsided by the way the system is set up. That was the great tragedy here. Now, hopefully, somebody has schooled them to the game since this. Since this will all come out, I hope somebody has pulled them to the side and explained to them how the system works. And those are parents actually apologize to them for not schooling them on the game. this is a problem. This situation was a problem for me, man, because I felt like it was these young brothers worked hard. No one can take away their success. No one can take away their, the pride they feel for their success. But I just don't like the way it was in the news, how the media uh, attempted to slant it as if they were some cheats, as they did some horrible crime to be successful, and that wasn't it at all. Because there's dynamics here that I think very few people brought into it. Within our community, man, you have a lot of our young people within the black society. You have a lot of young people who live with grandparents, stay with aunties, stay with uncles, other relatives because of economic situations with their family. So you've seen it with school registry when it comes for kids to go to certain schools. You've seen similar things. They decided which address they were going to use in a way that was going to actually benefit the child because of the situation that the child was residing in. So this is the norm for us, man. We've seen this before. This is not new. But if it's not new, why the hell do we continue to respond as if this is the first time these type of things happen? But this is what happens when you are not in control, when you have no power, wealth, and influence, when you're dependent on others for your success. Let this be a lesson to you folks, man. White supremacy is coming for you. They coming to get you. Be mindful of that. Till next time, family. It's your boy Big L. I'm out.